Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're cutting right to the chase on what really makes a startup succeed. It's often not just the big idea, right? It's the team. Our deep dive suggests this founding team is, well, maybe the ultimate secret sauce.
That's exactly right. And there's this really popular concept, sometimes called the 3H theory,
Yeah.
originally from Ray Inamoto. It emphasizes that you need more than just, technical chops. It's about building what's called a minimum viable team, an MVT.
MVT, okay.
Yeah, that like essential skill set you absolutely need to build and scale right from the get-go. This combination seems, well, critical for making it long-term.
Okay, so let's unpack these core roles. The first H is the hustler. When you think about the hustler, what's the absolute core? Is it just sales? Or is it, like, bigger than that?
That's a really good way to put it because, yeah, sales comes to mind first. But the hustler is much more the entrepreneurial engine. They're the chief evangelist, driving sales, yes, but also generating leads, managing partnerships.
Business side.
Totally. Think Sheryl Sandberg at Facebook. Her strength wasn't just selling. It was her ability to see ahead, build these deep partnerships that let Facebook scale massively. It went way beyond just closing deals. They own business growth, team building, and critically, getting the funding.
Okay, so you've got that market-facing vision, the business engine running. What about actually, building the thing? That's where the hacker comes in.
Absolutely. The hacker is your tech expert, the builder.
Mm-hmm.
They develop the actual technology, build the prototypes, create the IP. Bill Gates is kind of the archetype, right, with Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Just relentlessly focused on building the core product, the platform. They make the ideas real.
Right, the builder. So we have the driver and the builder, but how does that awesome tech actually connect with people? Is function enough? Or do we need another H to make it, market ready and appealing?
And that's where the hipster is key. This is your creative visionary. They make sure the product doesn't just work, but it looks great, feels great, the whole customer experience. Think design, branding, the user interface.
Like Joni Ive at Apple?
Exactly. Perfect example. Tim Cook called him the driving force behind how Apple products looked and felt. It wasn't just making things pretty. Ive's design communicated Apple's values, made people connect emotionally in a way others couldn't copy.
That combo does sound powerful. Builder, seller, beautifier, almost like the perfect recipe. But I've heard maybe in more mature startups, sometimes three isn't quite the whole picture. Is there maybe a fourth H?
Ah, yes. That brings us to this idea of a 4H personality theory, sometimes adding a handler. This role, maybe called the analyst or hound too, is really about digging into customer research, data, making sure there's real product market fit, guiding the strategy based on evidence.
Sort of the reality check.
Precisely. They keep the team grounded, testing assumptions. So, the hacker builds it, Hipster designs it, hustler sells it. But the handler asks, are people really using it like we thought? Is this what they actually need? Think of Meredith Whitney, who saw the issues at Citibank way before the 2008 crisis. That kind of analytical power. The handler role specifically adds structure, pace, like the drummer in a band, keeping time.
That's a great analogy, a constant feedback loop. Very powerful. These roles seem so distinct. But look, early on, startups are lean. Is it realistic to find, three or four separate people perfectly fitting these boxes? Don't roles overlap?
You absolutely hit on a key point there. Yes, while the roles are distinct concepts, one person might wear multiple hats, especially in the start. But maybe even more important than the specific roles. Some things are everyone's job, like really knowing the domain, actually talking to users constantly, ensuring quality, building the culture, living the values.
So it's not just about the boxes.
Not entirely. What research strongly suggests is crucial, regardless of headcount, is strategic diversity. Or you might call it cognitive diversity. Successful founding teams often have people with really different cognitive thumbprints.
Meaning they think differently.
Exactly. They approach problems differently, analyze things differently, come up with solutions differently, not just clones of each other. That variety helps teams see blind spots, tackle challenges from more angles, and ultimately be more innovative.
So wrapping this up for you, our listener, what's the big takeaway?
Well, it seems entrepreneurial success leans incredibly hard on getting that team balance right. It's not just the idea. And remember, even if you think of yourself as a solo founder, there's always a team around you, advisors, first hires, partners. They all count. Right. So considering these roles, hustler, hacker, hipster, maybe handler, and this vital idea of strategic cognitive diversity, here's something to think about. What kind of H are you, fundamentally? And how could consciously building more diversity into your team, seeking out those different thinking styles, lead to greater success in whatever you're building next?